1, 2, 3. Today's episode is all about visual effects, namely the ones that weren't big enough to get their own episode. For starters, we have Chelsea's intro, which was all filmed on green screens using a couple of different pieces of paper and then cut together. I also painted the title of the show on a green piece of paper using blue ink. This way I could easily remove the green and then change the blue to whatever color I wanted in post-production. All of the video screens were pretty simple. I already had a green screen playing on my laptop, so I just removed it and then put the video of Chelsea in the background, and then messed around with the coloring just a little bit to make it look not as perfect. If you look on the keyboard, you can see that it's reflecting the green from the screen. I removed this as well and put a flipped version of the video onto the keyboard. Now we get into the crane coming to life. You can see here that I went through and just took screenshots of the crane and then cut myself out of the original video and put myself over the top. In the bottom left, you can see a crane that's flapping around. I created that earlier because, well, I needed to make sure that I knew exactly what a crane flying looked like. Yes, sometimes I needed it. The black circle represents the crane that I'm going to be animating, so I had to make the crane fly around left and right based on how the circle was moving on screen. The paper crane doesn't have the size and wingspan of a bird. In fact, it's more so of a bug. There's not as much gliding, the wings have to flap a lot more rapidly for it to work. In the end, the crane's movements were right, but it didn't entirely look good, in my opinion, so I went through and slowed down the clip to make the wings less sporadic flying, make it look more, well, I don't know. It reminds me of like a really inspirational moment for some reason. I don't know why.